Hello, welcome to this video. This video about a fire alarm monitoring system. Now we are going to look how to set up and work with this system. Let me give a small explanation about this system. There are three main components: a web application, a desktop application, and API. The first one is a web application which show fire alarm sensor status. Next one is a desktop application which show sensor details. Also there is an admin and he can add and edit sensor details. Last one is API. It's built with REST. It builds with Node.js and Express. It's responsible for make interconnecting between database and applications. Applications send and get data through this API. Okay, let's take a look how to deploy this system. First I run the API on the local host. It is run on the 4000 port. First I go to the API folder and open my command prompt and run npm start command. It takes a while. I built with this API using Node.js and Express because it's easy to use. Yeah, it shows database connected. That means our API is connected to the database. Let's look at it if it is work. I refresh this page. Yeah, it's perfectly work. I add three sensors to my database and it show in here. That means my APIs work properly. Okay, now we can deploy our web application. This web application, using this web application, we can get information about our sensor details. Okay, I move to the web app folder and I open my command prompt in here. Okay, using npm start command, I deployed my web application, and this is also deployed in localhost in 3000 port. Okay, our web application is ready to use and it is still looking for our data. Yeah, it's got the data. There are three sensors: sensor 101, 102 and 120. Web application get these sensors because I add three sensors to my database. In here, in database, I initially add three sensors and also one user. Yeah, there are three sensor details and these details also shown in here. So shown in our web application. There are some indicators. Using this we can identify if there is any fire or not. Now these every indicators are green. That means there are no any alarms activated. In here, this is a current status, mean if one of alarm is activated, this one is change its color to red. As example, I can show this. I manually update my database value. I update CO2 level to 7 manually. Now our web application should be indicate that. Also, yeah, it's shown in here. My 101 sensor is activated and it also in here is change its color. This web application looking for data every 40 seconds. I build with web application using React because it support asynchronous programming. Now next part is desktop application. We build this using Java. Before start our desktop application, we must start RMI registry. For that, I move to the desktop app and build folder and open command prompt here. Now we are going to start our RMI registry. For that, I run start RMI registry command. Okay, now RMI registry is running on desktop. Now I move to my desktop application. I open this in Eclipse IDE, and first I run fire alarm sensor server. Now I run fire alarm sensor server as a Java application. Yeah, in here it shows loading RMI server. That means our server is running well. And then I going to start our client. This is the desktop application. Now I going to start that. Yeah, in here we can got three details, because I add 3 sensor details initially. Yeah, it's changed. Our RMI server every 15 seconds look at the API and update the sensor status. Okay, and now I'm going to add another sensor. Now it asks username and password. I mentioned earlier there is one user called admin. Only admin can add and edit sensor details. Now I log in as admin, giving username and password. Okay, now I successfully log in. It's shown in here. Now I'm going to add a sensor. I add 103 sensor, and floor number is 2 and room number 1. I add this sensor to the sensor. Now RMI server wait for 15 seconds. Yeah, it's got updated. In here we can see our newly added sensor. Also I can edit the details. Now I'm going to edit the details. 103 and floor number I change it as 3 and room number 2. I click edit sensor. Yeah, it's changed in here. For the demonstration, I have another Java file called sensor app. Now I'm going to run that file, because you can see in here there are some smoke level and carbon dioxide level, but this is not got updated because there's no any sensors. Now I randomly generated some carbon dioxide level and smoke level for demonstrate that. Now I run that app, sensor app.java application. Yeah, it's activated. Now we can check our desktop application. Every 10 seconds that sensor app update the smoke level and carbon dioxide level. Yeah, in here you can see the update details. In here 103 previously smoke level and carbon dioxide level set as 0, and now it's increased to 0.5. Now it also 1.5. That means our server sensor app working properly. We have also a SMS notification system. If there is any sensor is activated, server send SMS to us. If it is one sensor or got updated above 5.0, it send us to SMS. While desktop application details updated, also web application details got updated. In here it shows a message carbon dioxide level is increasing. You can see in web application it shows carbon dioxide level is 10. It happened because this is the that refresh time is different in web application and the desktop application. I told you there is a system, SMS system. If sensor details updated increase, it send us a notification. let's see about that. Okay, we got the SMS. If one of sensor increase smoke level or carbon dioxide level above 5, system send us a SMS. In SMS, they mention floor number and room number. Thank you.